It looks like Aunt B is coming by to check out the baby. Oh, but unfortunately she looks like she's still sick, so maybe stop touching the kid, please. Hi kids, welcome back to my Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge Empty World variation in The Sims 4. A take on the original challenge with a little bit of a twist. The entire Sims world is going through an apocalypse, and it's up to just one family to rebuild all of society from the ground up. We return to the Plot Digger household after one of our family members was abducted by an alien spacecraft, which happened at the end of my last video. A quick recap as we await her return. Last time, Bonnie, one of the twin sisters in this family, got married after a proposal from her boyfriend, and she's almost ready to give birth. He's also moved in and is now a member of the household. Our family founder, Angel Plot Taker, is up and just had breakfast. He's our Generation 1 founder, and we are really close to finishing off this generation of the challenge. He's heading out to fertilize his garden, just as Beth is returning from being abducted. Beth is our heir apparent for Generation 2, and she is the eldest daughter of the Plot Taker household. Achievement unlocked, carried away. Have Sims be abducted by aliens 3 times. Okay. This is actually like the 4th or maybe 5th time members of this household have been abducted, but who's counting? We've got one more plant, a chocoberry here ready to evolve. Ooh, looks like this just raised up to perfect quality. That means we've raised 6 perfect quality plants on our road to achieving 8 perfect quality plants. Beth is starting up a yard sale. Betsy Plot Taker, one of Beth's younger twin sisters, is coming by to chat with Beth. And this teenager who is glowing green, that's the youngest Plot Taker daughter, B, who is also an alien. She came out of Angel after he was impregnated by aliens after his own alien abduction back in the day. The greenest of thumbs should be like gardening. Yeah, it's almost Angel's time. Make the most of these final days. Oh no. We've already used a potion of youth on him, and we are so close to meeting the Generation 1 goals, but will we have enough time in between now and when Angel dies to get it done? Uh-oh, it looks like Betsy is making a beeline to the cow plant. Ah! That was a violent swallow. Okay, looks like the cow plant is ready to spit her out. Betsy survived the horrific feeling of being inside the mouth of a cow plant. She never wants to feel the terror of being in one again. What if the cow plant bites next time? Right, she's heading off to shower. This is Bonnie Plot Taker. She is Betsy's twin, and she just got married yesterday, and as you can see, she is very much in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Betsy's gonna staff the selling table, but she's currently terrified, probably from being swallowed by that cow plant. This man in the orange baseball cap is Iggy Pancakes, Bonnie's new husband, and the latest member of our household. Beth's woohoo partner, Taku Akiyama, has shown up on the lot. Also, Morgan Ember has shown up. Okay, what if Beth did a flirty introduction to Morgan? Beth has learned that Morgan is outgoing. Right, Beth is making some dinner. Betsy is afraid and has gone to bed early. And, oh no. Okay, no panic, but it appears that the Grim Reaper has appeared and is probably coming to collect our chicken pot pie. Pot Pie's time has come, and now they'll be strolling around those rolling green hills in the sky. You know, this keeps happening because I've had several chickens, but this doesn't make it any less devastating. I feel so bad. The one thing that makes me feel just a little bit better is that Grim seems to be genuinely kind about it. Are chickens possibly Grim's favorite species? Well, they're both gone. Angel is out fertilizing plants. Ooh, and it looks like this tree's ready to evolve. Nice. It's perfect quality now. Huzzah, another one. I think Betsy got up because she was so scared, but she's heading back to bed now. And now you can see that all of the Plot Taker daughters are taking up all the bunk spaces. And And that angel is sleeping in his double bed in his house, as he should. But of course that means Icky Pancakes is the odd one out and doesn't have a place to rest its head. So he's gonna go sleep in the tent. B is up early and eating a salad. Ooh, looks like she's sick, however, which isn't great because we do not have electricity or a computer, so we can't order medicine online. We'll just have to hope that she can sleep it off and get better. It's morning and several of Angel's daughters are up, including Bonnie, who is extremely pregnant and is harvesting plants. B is spraying for bugs, and Betsy, who is holding a yard sale. Alright, Angel's awake now and is weeding the garden. So B has this misguided good vampire aspiration and is in a playful mood. So I think it's about time that we get started by at least purchasing a vampire lore book for her. We'll buy Encyclopedia Vampirica, Volume 1. Alright, let's read it. Discovered Vampire Secrets. B is delving deep into researching vampires. There seems to be a lot of knowledge that she could unlock if she continues to research. While we wait for some yard sale customers, here's your reminder to please subscribe to the channel and help me meet my goal of 200 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you've already subscribed, please like the video or give it a little comment. Anything helps. Thank you. B discovered plasma packs. And with that, she's reached Vampire Lore Level 3, which is probably as far as we can take it because we do not have a computer. And I don't think she could become a vampire if she wanted to, since she's an alien.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Bonnie has gone into labor. Okay, we'll need to get the bassinet out. Bonnie is ready to have her baby. Oh no, meanwhile Beth is sick. Looks like she has these like weird splotches on her face. Congratulations, it's a girl. Since this is the third generation, we need a name that starts with the letter C because we're sort of doing alphabetical order. I was thinking of having people comment some names that start with the letter C, but I thought about it way too late. So I've jotted down some backup names, but if you do have a name that starts with the letter C for a future baby, please put it in the comments. I'm gonna go with Camille, however. Now, while we could have her have the last name Pancakes, it'd really be helpful for me just to track all her family members by their last name, so Camille is officially a plot taker. Oh, there she is, little Camille. Alright, since she's sick, Beth is heading off to bed just as Camille has started crying. It looks like Aunt B is coming by to check out the baby. Oh, but unfortunately she looks like she's still sick, so maybe stop touching the kid, please. Bonnie is feeding Camille. Oh my gosh, look at how bad B's condition is. Her entire leg is covered in these tiger stripe marks. Aww, Bonnie reached parenting level 1. Looking at Angel Plot Taker's lifespan, he's lived 125 days so far, and I am getting increasingly nervous. He's already an elder and looking like he's a few days away from dying. Oh my gosh, Beth has a fever and she is steaming up. Beth went to bed for a few hours, but she is up to eat. Still feeling sick though. Beth is gonna go back to bed in hopes of getting better. And Angel is just standing over Camille's bassinet, admiring his first granddaughter, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Angel's life bar isn't shining, but there's really nowhere else for it to go. We're really close to completing Generation 1 of this challenge, but I fear we may not be able to complete it in time unless we experience some sort of miracle today. It feels like it has been forever since Beth has been romantic with her partner. It could be paranoia, it could be anxiety, or a gut feeling, but Beth can't help but wonder what her partner is up to or who they are seeing behind her back. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure which of your love interests you're referring to here, so you gotta help me out. Baby Camille is crying, waking up her aunties. Right, Beth and Betsy are climbing down from the top bunk while B is glowing green, as she does when she's feeling a very strong positive emotion. Okay, so B is actually trapped, so I'll have to move this baby bassinet again. If there's anything worse than having 6 Sims in a tiny house, it's having 6 Sims and a baby. Auntie Beth is feeding Camille. Oh, but she is still very sick. Okay, go back to bed, Queen. Angel is doing his gardening as always. Angel Plot Taker's life is coming to an end. This would be a good time to get his affairs in order. Okay, well, here's the thing. I've already used a potion of youth to keep in his elderly life phase a little bit longer, and according to the rules, I'm really only supposed to use one of them, but I think the game's gardening glitches really held us back for several days, especially that last major plant blight that we had a while back. Fortunately, or maybe perhaps unfortunately, our bees are aggravated, and I can do a mite treatment which will make them swarm. Looks like this green pea plant is ready to evolve, but it will become magnificent, not perfect, which is what we were aiming for. Okay, taking quick stock, we have 2 perfect quality plants here. This bluebell might be close, so we'll fertilize it. A 3rd perfect plant with a strawberry bush. Another one for 4. Oh my god, I just realized Angel's bar started shining. Bonnie B and Angel are all fertilizing the plants like their lives depended on it. Oh my gosh, yay! This strawberry bush is ready to evolve. Okay. So what I have 4, so this is the 5th perfect quality plant. And then I have 2 more chocoberry bushes in this corner. That gets us to a total of 7 perfect quality plants. Okay, well, we still need to get 1 more perfect quality plant, and I ran out of options to do it today. And the bar is still glowing. Also, due to the technical issues that were totally out of my control, I'm gonna give myself a little pass and have Angel drink another potion of youth just so that he can finish off this challenge, because I don't think that it's fair that I failed because of glitches. And just like that, Angel is going to live an extra long life. Beth has some moodlets for unfulfilled dreams, which really feels like it's kicking me when I'm down right now. Girl, I promise, once your father fulfills his part of the challenge, we will get to advancing you on your life goals, but it is not your turn yet. Please calm down. Oh no. That one's a glitch, but tell me that is not the most new dad way to hold a baby you've ever seen. We've really not spent a lot of time on Icky so far, but he's been making himself useful around the house, doing his best to, fix toilets and take an interest in gardening. Beth is going to do a flirty introduction to this man right here. His name is Jackson Leary. Beth is trying her best to establish a relationship here, but she's still feeling pretty sick, so she's gonna head to bed. As a backup though, we're gonna have Betsy introduce herself to Jackson and use her neighborhood confidant influence to try to get him to like Beth. Betsy's gonna ask Jackson how he feels about Beth. I like Beth, she's pretty cool. And now, Betsy's gonna talk up her older sister, Jackson. Wow, Betsy, I wasn't aware that you felt so strongly about Beth. Even though she's your sister. She seems like good company. I'll chat with her soon. Except he's not really, because Beth is asleep. What if I recommended that Jackson hook up with Beth? By the way, I am trying to ignore the fact that I could very much recommend that he instead hook up with her father or brother-in-law instead. Beth sounds like a catch. I'll introduce myself when I see her. Oh no, it looks like Iggy has caught whatever virus has been going around the house. Whoa, Jackson's actually making a move. Thanks for setting us up. Beth and I are going out. Man, I know that we've seen this before, but it's quite OP. Well, that's nice and all, but Beth is still sick and probably needs to rest even more. I should really get going. Yeah, to be continued, Jackson. OMG. Betsy is hysterical. How? She wasn't even feeling in a playful mood a few minutes ago. Wait, we don't have a mirror. How do we get her to calm down? Wait. No. Betsy plot taker is dying from laughter. No. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Do you think that she got super playful because she successfully set up a couple? Oh no, Angel has discovered his daughter's body. And Jackson, who was already leaving, came back to mourn her. Oh my god, we've started attracting a crowd. The Grim Reaper is here. This was completely an accidental death, and I didn't even get a warning either. So I think I'm gonna plead for her life. It looks like both Beth and Bee are feeling quite confident right now, so I might have one of them do it. I can't seem to plead for her yet though. One does not plead with death before the reaping, lest ye be reaped. I guess we'll just have to wait. Okay, well, thanks for the notification game, but this isn't really the right time for this. Grim? Are you gonna do your job, or feel free to join us any second now? Come on. What if I reset Grim? Okay, that didn't help. What if I reset Betsy? She disappeared. Oh my god, I really screwed up. On the bright side, no one's crying anymore, but, well, Bee has an antagonistic relationship with the Grim Reaper, so I'd like for her to get in an argument with him, but I can't seem to do anything other than friendly interactions at this point right now. I can ask about another sin. Now maybe I'll ask about Betsy, because literally, where is her sister? She's a ghost in the menu. Grim ran away. What a coward. Oh my god. I popped into the household inventory and just found Betsy's tombstone in there. That's so screwed up. I didn't even get to plead for her life. Unbelievable. Okay, well, it is time to engrave her epitaph. Hysterically involved in others' lives. Bee is feeling bummed. You can tell because she's glowing blue. Angel's gonna console her. Bee's fixing a broken fridge and is still very sad about her sister's passing. And her tiger stripe sickness has returned. So she is understandably quite a mess. Beth is up after a full day of on and off sleeping. She's looking maybe a little tired, but she no longer has any marks on her skin, so at least that's a move in the right direction. She is reading now. Oh, looks like I may have spoken too soon about her feeling better. Camille is crying and both of her parents are waking up. Bonnie is caring for Camille while Icky freaks out over some itchy skin. Right. Beth is getting started on the gardening work for today. What the heck? Did you see how quickly that happened? What is this, Plant Blight 2.0? Okay, well, there's been a little bit of progression, and some of the plants have come back in, but they are not fully grown. Beth has decided to take a little break and chat with Nash Vita in a friendly, platonic manner only. She's about 3/4 through her young adult life phase, but for some reason, all of her teenage crushes are still teenagers, and auto-aging on. Beth is gonna bond with the bees. Oh. This pear tree is perfect. Wait, if this tree is also perfect, that means that we probably reached our 8 perfect quality goal. Let me just make sure. Right, this is 1 perfect quality. 2 more with the choco berries for a total of 3. 2 additional strawberry bushes for a total of 5. 2 more bluebells for 7. And this last strawberry bush here makes 8. My gosh. That's so embarrassing. Do you know what that means? That we actually finished this challenge yesterday in game, but I didn't realize it. And we finished it before I made Angel drink that extra potion of youth. So I technically cheated, even though I didn't have to. This also is feeling sort of anticlimactic too. To avoid going out with a whimper, it's time to celebrate, we did it! Generation 1 of this challenge is complete, and with this, our family founder Angel Plot Taker is going to pass it off to our Generation 2 heir, his eldest daughter, Beth Plot Taker. As a quick recap, our family founder, Angel Plot Taker, had to accomplish a series of tasks. He started with no money, but was given a loan for a piece of land and enough money to purchase a tent, make a bonfire, have a few stacks of hay as seating. He had to purchase a woodworking table before he started building a house. And I actually wanted to build the house all at once. So I waited until we had sort of like a sum of money, like 10,000 simoleons before building. We had to repay the loan for the initial land and the tent and the whatever. We had an heir, established a spring holiday, purchased a water feature, completed the freelance botanist aspiration, and grew 8 perfect quality plants. To commemorate this one, I'm going to have to take a family photo. Unfortunately, it will be without Camille because I don't really have any photo poses that include newborns, but we'll get the rest of the family in here. Even Penny and Betsy's tombstones. A disclaimer that while I am done with the gameplay portion of Generation 1 to complete the challenge, I actually need to build a park on this lot to truly be done with Generation 1. So that will be what we do next. Thanks so much for watching, kids. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye. By the time you see this, I will have celebrated my birthday by going to see comedian Atsuko Okatsuka. I'll be 1 year older, so of course that means that this old rotten lady will be even older rotten lady.